Say that Mayegun, that man do they talk. He do they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin, dey the street, they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This man not dey off in mind. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Aha! Now you not done here. All these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one. Mayegun, you go show na paper. Mayegun diary. Mayegun la wa mo, la mo do 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 do. Mayegun diary.
Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe.
Well, Jobeta, I mean, it's been a while, and somehow I have been like off and on lately. Yeah, there's been so much going on, by the way. However, I will always still kind of find time to share, these moments always with you as time permits. So share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Let us dabble into the political charade in Nigeria, and possibly those who are setting themselves up to be outbroken by these politicians who are making different promises and all that. Same old, same old. So you might possibly be getting a bit of a saving grace, an idea of the characters you are dealing with. You know them, but somehow, there's something called the Stockholm Syndrome. And this is so prevalent among Nigerians. They will say, let's forget about that one. Let's move on. Then they get duped again. Then when they get duped again, they scream, no, we'll never take this. Then they forget. Then they get duped again and again and again and again. Somehow, some of us have chosen not to be in that basket. And on this platform tonight, I have a lot of stuff to share with you. And I've got a beautiful moment that you are going to enjoy as well with me. So share the broadcast. Tell them.
And yes, we like oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like Nijo Ibadiye. And yes, we like Presido Barufio. And yes, we like
those who wants to cook up a violence and be violence on YouTube, they should calm down, because we are going to be taking this as usual, one after the other. Okay, and if we have enough time, we will open up the line and have a wee chat as usual. So ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce to you that today you and I can take this to the bank. And what's that? The coming of people destroying people that they were placing themselves as the alternatives of those who are going to rescue Nigeria from APC. Or ironically, the same set of people who brought APC upon Nigeria are the same set of people in PDP today, now angling to rescue you from that. But there are so many twists to this. Something that made Wike the darling of all the presidential aspirants in Nigeria today. But let us take it bit by bit. Like I said, where the Wike said he's going to help a PDP to lose, which means he is going to help them to further destroy or self-destroy. But without that is not without a cost. Remember, Wike confirmed that he met with Tinubu's group or team in London. So this is the picture of what the political formation in Nigeria is currently tilting towards. I don't know what exactly is attractive about Wike and Rivers, but somebody said it's because of the deep pockets. After Nigeria, you have Lagos. After Lagos, you have Port Harcourt, which is the river states. So Wike has a deep pocket. He's been outbroken. He's been deceived. And he's been played by the Northern Brotherhood. Now he is ready to take his pound of flesh. This time around, according to him, yeah, well, let me put it this way. Before I even go further, let me tell you something. As you are currently in any way investing your time, your energy, your emotion into the 2023 charade in Nigeria, I just want to quickly say something to you. You see, all of the players who are currently somehow are going to promise you everything you've heard before. Maybe in a different way, they are making other deals, the real ones, that could make them president or make them anything without you in the picture. When I say you, I'm talking about whether you are Al-Qaeda People's Congress member, APC, whether you are people destroying people's member, PDP, whether you are obedient, obedience, or what have you, whichever one you choose right now, your emotion, your time, your resources, and every other thing are being invested. But again, on the side, how I wish that you are indeed involved or considered in their permutation. So put it this way, PDP scattered because Atiku and the rest of them were desperate. Yeah. For 16 years of PDP rule, there is one something that if they have abused everywhere, as everyone, abused the chance they had, right? You would never believe the level of disdain, the level of condescending treatment that they have given to the Eastern Nigeria. And I'll tell you why. For 16 years, when it comes to president in Nigeria, the people of Eastern Nigeria, the Biafrans, the Igbos, right? They have been loyal to PDP since 1999. But guess what? In those first 16 years of a PDP rule, right? The entire Eastern Nigeria, right, remains as it were. Talking about the federal government presence there. When you talk about what led to the open confession, or let me say open detachment of the Igbos and Biafrans from Nigeria, you can attribute that to 16 years of people destroying people rules in Nigeria, which Atiku was part of. Today, they are talking about no seaport in Eastern Nigeria, no good road in Eastern Nigeria, no real network in Eastern Nigeria, no real international airport in Eastern Nigeria. All of these things were calculatively, or let me say intentionally made so. However, when the Atiku and gang, right, when they felt cheated, that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan was, in fact, somebody from the minority ethnic group in Nigeria with the audacity to say he wants to continue to be president. I mean, the second time that eventually pushed this Atiku and gang, because they said it was the turn of the North. Now, cut all that short with all of those disappointments and the failure combined, including what led them out, which was the what's that called? Their turn by turn Nigeria Limited, North and South, right? Now, 2017, after installing APC, Egbekegbe, right? Atiku returned. And when they returned to take over their PDP. Meanwhile, there's somebody called Wike, the one that is now the bone tied to their neck. How? Wike was also ambitious, like Shebina, because he was the turn of the North. And the North won't let a Southerner complete his second term. That was what gave birth to APC and Bokwari. Whatever damages or whatever they have done to Nigeria today, then this PDP should be responsible for it. But to Wike, it was rebuilding a PDP that when APC, Egbekegbe had done, when it is the turn of the Southern Nigeria, it would probably be the only one left with influence to take that slot. So he played along with them in the North, funding them, pumping money over there, buying friendship, buying loyalty, and the rest of that. But sadly, after nearly 1 trillion naira spent of River State money, right, Wike got jilted. And many people are wondering today, why is he so embittered? Why is he so angry? I mean, his interest of contesting to be president of Nigeria, right, should have been on maybe, well, about service, so to say. But there is more to it. The more to it is that, number one, Wike knows, as an individual himself who has been in the system, he knows that Southern Nigeria will continue to remain an appendage of the Northern ruling class. He thought he could beat them to it until he kissed the dust, and he is not letting go. Meanwhile, Atiku, on the other hand, is pretending to be, as usual, like pretending to be, hey, I actually love everyone. I want everybody to, it's for the sake of blah, 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 blah. Now, to know that PDP is not coming back. Now, what is next? Talking about the deals these guys are making, which is not about you. It's not about me. It's not about anybody. It's about themselves. Depends on which of your own lenses you are using to see them. They met in London. Wike, a PDP man, is now like, the center point of attraction in London. And when he met Atiku in London, he made demands. I'll tell you what he demanded. Before their primaries and the rest of that, Wike ensured that it was the one choosing or disposing who will hold what position in PDP. And they let him have his way all through until the last time when they now played him into agreeing to a Northern party chairman, Ayu. Now, when Ayu, many of you won't believe it, it was the same Wike who actually pushed for this Ayu, because, I mean, if PDP has a Northern chairman as a party chairman, they won't want to have the party tickets for a Northern candidate. That was where they played him. Since it's the democracy of choosing and all that, yeah? When Wike met Atiku in London, I'll tell you what we heard he demanded. Okay? First, they said, Wike demanded that if PDP, well, starting with the campaign, Wike demanded that he would want to be the DG, since he couldn't be the vice president anymore. So he would want to be the DG, that is a DG campaign, for Atiku. Meanwhile, they have already concluded on him, right? And he knows that they've concluded on him. They are just waiting for him
that he should do whatever he wants to do after the election, and then after 2023 or whatever happens, right? They will then deal with him, whatever they have in mind. And he knows. So he said he wants to be their DG. And at the same time, he wants the party chairman to resign. Are you? And at the same time, when PDP wins, he would be the one to choose who is going to be the Senate president of Nigeria under PDP. Well, for those who said for those who the source within the meeting, they said Atiku could just scoff like, okay. When I get back to Nigeria, we'll continue the meeting. When Atiku could go back to Nigeria, right? Of course, they're never going to do that for him. They know his intention and the rest of that. No. It's just a baby. We'll teach him and put him in his place. Something that really angers with the Wike. I'll share some of his clips with you, and you can see through that the anger, the he met with Tinubu people too. When he met with Tinubu people, from what we heard, yeah, Tinubu on his own side, listen, this may not sound well to many of you, right? If APC, Egbekegbe, if they finally have, let me say, the group of jihadists inside this Boko Haram's government, right? If they finally get convinced that all of their deeds are safe and they are immune from any kind of prosecution, and they finally settled for this Shetima as your president, but don't worry, Tinubu as the poster boy. It is somehow maybe kind of unnice to say. I can tell you this. Many of you may have to be preparing for a longer time of APC, Egbekegbe's rule. And I'll tell you why. You know, Nigeria, election is one of the lies that you have been telling yourself. So you know why? Most of the time, you love to ignore the obvious, because the obvious are things that you know are existing, but somehow you are telling yourselves, right? You will beat it. I am actually waiting for you to do that. But here is what they are all doing. You know, currently, APC, Egbekegbe, doesn't do election, especially when it comes to the one they are really interested in, right? There is no election. And these are what they put on their wall. It's called the electoral map. The electoral map is not about who likes them or who doesn't. It's about how many people they have been able, right, to put in the basket of that their rigging team. And I'll tell you how they do it. They are the government, Abi. Now, they control the military. They control their DSS. They control their police. They use them during elections. When the elections comes, it is always like war. Now, they control the areas where terrorists are currently controlling. I'll tell you how that works, right? If you haven't paid attention. More than 40 to 50, more than half of northern Nigeria today are no longer in control of the government of Nigeria. But when it comes to the resources sharing to all these areas, local governments, all these places, their state governments continue to take those money, and they continue to share the money among themselves, while majority of these local government areas are no longer in the control of Nigeria at all. Same thing, they control the INEC. Your registrations, all your registrations that you have been bragging about, your PVC here and there, right? They control that too. There are areas that normally you will be wondering, how come that the number of people who are voting for APC, Egbekegbe, from this part of the north, areas like Niger, areas like Gombe, areas like Kerbi, Zamfara, areas like Borno, Jigawa, areas like Yobe. You see all these areas, more than 12 of them, completely terrorized area states. But when it comes to sharing of the allocations, they still share allocation to 774 local governments. You are not asking, Where are those other local government areas that are now in control, under the control of a terrorist in northern Nigeria? Now, from what we have been told, right, since this APC, since they control the terrorists as well, they have told us that the escalation of the insecurity in these areas are meant to be increased as, like, on a stellar, steady. You won't go there to even go and campaign, talk less of going there to go and look for voters. But the votes of all those places, right? Their voters card, the ballot paper for them, they are already in the kitty. I told someone, I said, if you pay attention very well to this OB movement, Labour Party, OB, LP, and all of that stuff, right? I have told you this before, and I know so many of you who have invested and still investing your emotion right now, you are possibly telling yourself, no, it is not true. But fine. This OB movement is more kind of a grounded, or let me say, moving, so to say, more in southern Nigeria as we speak. And in northern Nigeria, you see all the groups, individuals, everyone who is rooting for Peter Obi can tell you this free of charge, right? That they would possibly have moved more if the environment, if the areas welcomed it. You know it. I know it. You see, some of these groups, right? You would expect them to increase more as you move into your campaign period, but it will be surprising, right, that they will dwindle more, and because of nothing else than the real threat when they feel like they are just about to keep this. Now, if Tinubu inherits all of this impunity, which he is going to inherit with the fact that they've settled for Shetima, right? That simply means that, somebody will tell you, you have to walk 10 times to be able to convince them in northern Nigeria. Indeed, as for Tinubu, he is not looking for you to vote for him. You angry, frustrated Nigerians, young, old, who are tired of the system, they know your numbers. That's one thing some of you probably sometimes feel like, how do you think those who you probably in the past thought meant well suddenly changed because they switched side to the people you believed didn't mean well as well? It is because it is not about you, it is about them. And as it stands now, you see that Wike, the job they wanted him to do for them in APC. This is not even like a joke. As you are watching this broadcast, they said Amechi, the same guy who emptied the River State Treasury for APC, Egbekegbe, in 2015. He became minister, and prior to the APC, Egbekegbe's convention had been a congress, primaries, Amechi was telling the people in South Niger Delta, he was telling them that he is the anointed son for Bokwari and APC. But do you know something? After their primaries, the Ubima, Judas Iscariot, is no longer needed. I'm not joking, because Tinubu bypassed him and he went to go and meet with Wike. Since he met with Wike, Wike has now come out clean that God punish you, God punish Atiku. All of una we will know say you are not coming to fix anything. You are not coming to rescue any Nigeria. You are coming to come and make your friends who have been out of government for 7 years. You are coming to put them back in that same government to make them billionaires. No, they all know that's the intention of everyone. So it's now going to be about their personal interest, which is always about their personal interest, so to say. So when they got back to Nigeria, they told Ayu that Wike brought as chairman of PDP after they chased Secondus. Remember, it was this same way Wike who went to bring Alimodu Sheriff. Do you remember that, by the way? It's a long story, but don't worry. It is the game for this 2023 charade. So when all Wike's plan failed, or them bust time, Baba decided that I'm no longer keeping prisoners. Listen, it got to a point that the same way the Wike that came out and denied that is Igbo. Remember that it is because of this argument of whether he's Igbo or he's not Igbo, whether the the queries if they were Igbos or not, or whether River State is Biafra or not. That was what led the Wike to massacre the people of Obigbo. Do you remember that 2020, October to November 2020, when Wike declared curfew? No, she not curfew. Sit at home in Obigbo, in River State. The local government that is populated by Igbos, where Wike slaughtered men, women, children, young, old, in the name of proving that he is not Igbo. After the northern Nigeria political criminals showed him who is Baba, Wike is now praying in Igbo, asking Jesus and God to scatter PDP. I may not. Give me a sec. Right. So I may not be able to, I may not understand Igbo very well. I bet I have a lot of Igbo speakers on this platform that can help me. So tell me, what is Wike saying here?
So if you have given to Adamawa, you give him to Benue, you give him to Delta, won't you give Rivers? Won't you give Rivers? You take, this one take, this one take. What of Rivers? What do they take? Just you come and collect vote. Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, yes, Jesus, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, yes, Jesus, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara. You know, the God of confusion will put confusion in them. They think in River State they are doing themselves. They will see confusion from now to the end until they withdraw and understand that there's no road there. Do you understand me? Come on, come on,
I mean, well, that is the Igbo part, okay? If you want to listen to the English part where he's taking a dig at them, I'll give you those ones in parts. Let's start with this one from Wike. I think the one he was talking to, yeah.
It's unfortunate Today, somebody said, where were you when you founded the party? That those of you who said the right thing must be done, we are boys, we are children. You can imagine what power can do. You can imagine how ingratitude, how people can be ingrates in their life. I thought, as a party, as a chairman of a party who wants to win an election, your business is to bring peace to your party. Your business is not to divide your party. Your business is not to show arrogance to your party. Dr. You said we are children. Yes, the children brought you to be chairman of the party. The children brought you from the gutter. The children brought you from the what? Gutter. To make you chairman, it is the children. You were impeached as Senate President. You were sacked by Obasanjo in his administration 2 times. Arrogance cannot take you to anywhere. Now we are saying that you don't want the party to win election. We will help you. These children you say we are, these boys we are, that brought you from nothing. Nothing. I said from nothing. We brought you. You say you founded this party, but you left the party. You left the party in 2007. You founded a company, you left the company. People stood and brought out the company to what it is today. You have no moral right to still come and claim that you founded our party at that.
Voila, no too much. Sorry, guys, just for a moment. I want to listen to Asari. Alaji, I won't make you just, boost my mood. Voila, no too much.
What is it, Charlie boy? Our mumu don't too much. Charlie boy, now your mumu not too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. And then throw the tear gas if something way bad for issue. We just pray. They say our mumu done too much. Our mumu done too much. You be mumu. They call other people mumu. They never show you say you be mumu. Nigeria is not for Desani. Nigeria is not for Charlie Boy. Nigeria is not for Goodluck Jonathan. Nigeria is not for...
Nigeria is not for anybody. Anyway, in order for the old message not to be lost on you, okay, the point here is this. They are politicians, okay? And the best way to manage or to maintain your mental health is never to take sides in the Nigeria political madness. You are going to be the one with heartbreak. Because according to Wike, deal is on a safer side. You can go on and mingle with APC, Egbekegbe, and secure the Niger Delta for them. Even if not just River State. Tinubu is not asking for winning anywhere. He just won 25%. Where the whole figure is coming from is from other places, and those places are safe, according to them. So what does Wike has? What does he has to lose? He's already lost nearly 1 trillion naira trying to become presidential candidate of PDP. It didn't work out. So he's made a deal with Tinubu. Well, Obi was there too. But according to the people, they said it was Wike who opened the door and said, hey, guys, I'm a free agent too. Anybody will get any offer, make them come talk to me at the London. Oh. And today, Wike is bragging that on his part, he has at least 15, no, say not 15, I'll be 12 PDP states that is negotiating with. And that was also the states he put on the table in London. Tinubu came and asked him, what do you want? He made his, his demand. And from those who witnessed, they said they are already done deal. That is why he's not interested in Atiku, in PDP. And he's not interested in Nigeria getting better. And he's, in fact, not going to APC. So that don't think that he's going to join them in APC. No. From what we have been told, they said from Tinubu's team, if you are a PDP, governor, especially from southern Nigeria, what will be your gain if the entire northern Nigeria are going to go for this is the offer, this is what they said they are discussing. So if you are a southern PDP and you want to go for second term or you want to keep your state, we can tell all our candidates in these places, to let you have a free way, just have your way. Just make sure that we get our 25%. That's what we are coming for. Once we have that, you can win your second term. Guess what? Sheyi Makinde for you has also entered the deal. Although you will be wondering, what were they doing with the Wike in London? They were negotiating for their future away from PDP. So as it is right now, if you are looking at Tinubu, the one that is and you are looking at it and you're like, Lule, maybe your hope is going to be inside the obedient. I'll tell you what their plan for the obedient themselves are. As for northern Nigeria, it is going to be like Sharia. If you go about campaigning for Obi, I'm not joking, it's already happening. So don't think I'm trying to make you feel like, my ego, you have not been there. I haven't been there. I can tell you this, you haven't been there either as well. Or you are there and you are one of those still lying to your fellow brothers in southern Nigeria because of the social media shares, likes, retweets, and all those things that and views and all that. When everything goes down, some of you will choose between going out there to talk about Obi or staying alive to live for another day. Not me. It is their plan. So for them, Southerners, they are the most, loudest when it comes to this obedient and all of that. Yeah. Well. Somehow it will favor them. You know why? Because if today, according to you are looking for election, they are not. So where they believe that they are narrowing every obedient down to east, so that they can then cut down and cancel whatever it is that's going to be a threat to them. Listen, now they believe that if there's anybody that is going to be affected by obedient and angry Nigerians, it's not going to be them. It's going to be Atiku, PDP. So what they are doing right now is that no call of now do what you would like to do. As it stands, you might have to leave, or you might have to learn how to either fight or live with the longevity of APC. Because you see, those you think might probably be of a little bit of a puncture for the progress of this poverty-stricken nation, right? They are going to bed with them. That is why I said, you know why I don't invest my own emotion? It is because when the real time of deciding what will happen and how they will force it to happen, especially when they really, really have a stake in it, you and I won't be there. And right here before your face, before your eyes, the same set of people you think were on your side, they will switch that way
It is a Nigerian way. Let's go back to Rivers, where Wike was firing back. One of these.
Yes, so we can pepper them. Pepper them. Which are designers you pepper them. Pepper them. We can reach you make pepper them. We are so pepper them. What designers they pepper them. We are so pepper them. Instead of everybody to concentrate on how PDP will win, you go and pay money to television houses to talk about Wike every day, every day. Meanwhile, Wike and his team were busy bringing down every structure of APC here, providing the dividends of democracy to our people. Your own state, you're only busy talking about Wike. I've told them, when you have a child, give the name Wike. Since you so much like the name, what I want to advise my Krafi, look, you have a job. Make sure PDP wins Kaduna State. That is their job. Leave Wike. Make sure PDP wins in Kaduna State. That is all I have told everybody. In Kano, make sure PDP wins. In Niger, make sure PDP wins. In Jigawa, make sure PDP wins. If you win, then see whether we will win here or not. Operation show your deliver your state. Don't use any person's state to add up. So it's unfortunate. And that tells you, when I said the day I will speak, some of you, those you rate, you won't even buy them for a naira. At the appropriate time, I will tell you whom they are, the kind of characters we are talking about. People will speak here today, tomorrow they say different things. You begin to wonder, is it the leaders you are talking about? Is it this leader that spoke with me last night? Is it the leader I'm hearing now talking this morning? It's unfortunate, really unfortunate.
He's trying to be clever by half. It's not different, but you can feel his pain. I think I have another one where he's dancing. Let me see. I think it's this.
The truth of the matter is that if you can't beat them, you join them.
Yes, so we can pepper them. I say pepper them. Which are designers you pepper them. I say pepper them. We can reach you make pepper them. We are say pepper them. Your designers they pepper them. We are say pepper them. We can you are better than the best. So say pepper them.
That's it. If you cannot beat them, you join them. If you cannot beat APC, you join them. That's what Wike was saying there. But I like it when, the obedience says, Mayegun, don't worry. We'll surprise. Okay. I actually want to see that. Sometimes they say what you are going to use, or let me say, the event that you are going to use in storytelling. You are going to actually experience that on this earth. So it's not going to be something you brought from heaven. So I would love to see that. Or can I show you Kolu, who came out, I think it was today, when the Bishop Kuka was having his 70th birthday, and I think he's launching something towards that. And Kolu was there. I think you should listen. Your President Kolu, and watch the faces of those who are there. And I'll show you something after that is so similar. Watch this.
It says, though tongues and tribes may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. And he sent the second stanza too. It's a pledge that Nigeria, I'm ready to serve. It's about service to this country. We inherited speaking in tongues from the Bible. But our diversity It's a promise for prosperity. You are building an institution in the honor of your 70. I am 72. I could say contribute. I'm just months older than you are. But, Bishop, you will help build not the institution, but the greatness of a nation. It's on your shoulder. It's on mine. And we must build it together. I must, and I will, contribute handsomely, personally, to build and see to the completion of that institution, because it reflects something. Thank you very much.
You don't feel we personally ensure we inherited speaking in tongue from the Bible. And what else did he say? Our diversity is what? To our prosperity. Or more. Listen to this one. I don't know if you remember this. Buhari.
Livestock.
Livestock. National livestock.
I will talk about it. He doesn't know. He doesn't. I think it's he doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President. So corruption, yes, let me. No. He can talk for himself.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I want Nigerians to give you another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well,
He doesn't know.
I think
You get it?
Okay.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Just forget about it. Well, as we count down to the charade that they are putting up or putting together at the same time, I just want you to keep your eyes opened. And when I said the eyes, I think it should be just not just the outer, but the inner too, the inner eyes. Because I have said it many times, there are things that are expected to happen. Somehow, the APC machine, as deadlier as they are, yeah, it will surprise you that they are not shaking. As we speak, it doesn't seem that nothing is going to shake them, except if all of you promising us, all of you who have managed to get the attention of those who are done with Nigeria to begin to probably look at Nigeria again because of your OB. Except if you shock us, because here is what we are looking at. They are not shaking, and it doesn't look like anyone can shake them. Now, if they feel threatened, if you are indeed, if Peter Obi is a threat to them, well, let's see if maybe when they then stop you, that would then trigger the beast in you that some of you have managed to hold on to this time. That's not all. There's something about the current trend. I don't know if you have been paying attention to that. Okay, I have. And that is, we all know that restructuring, the talk of restructuring, they are always coming up whenever they want to have an election in Nigeria. Yeah. And for 22 years, for those who, that it took them this long, well, fine. But for those who have known this for so long, great. But do you know something? That restructuring has become
a sort of a buzzword, okay? A scam. Once you hear restructuring, anybody, any secondary school student can sit down and develop ideas around restructuring, just like the politicians are indeed telling their own their fraudulent media team to put together all the lies that they come to tell you all the time. Oh, we need to restructure Nigeria. I am going to restructure Nigeria. This is how we are going a story. So Atiku, over time, because I've told people, I said, if you look at this restructuring, some of you think the northern Nigeria, they don't understand the imbalance of the Nigerian structure as it is on a foundationless structure that could dismantle and just collapse anytime, especially if they continue the way it is. The northern Nigeria, they are elite, their political class, or even their own their people, they know that the word restructuring is just a fancy word for the systemic breakup of Nigeria. A restructured Nigeria means all the local government areas you have across Nigeria, they will be independent of all the states you have in Nigeria. All the states you have in Nigeria will be independent of the central government of Nigeria in some certain areas, which are actually the areas that keep Nigeria first together right now. The area of resources, sharing, extraction of resources, and then the sharing of that same resources. That is what is keeping Nigeria one today. Okay, there's nothing else. Anything else they told you, well, I mean, it must be among the lies that you should man up to unravel. Okay, so if you say restructure Nigeria, the local government areas will have to control the resources on their land. Do you understand that? And below the ground as well. So, which means a small local government area in a Bayelsa state, if they manage their resources very well, can be so beautiful, so prosperous that it will be a sort of, your own Dubai in the creek. They won't have to go and beg for 13% derivation from anywhere. They won't have to go to anywhere every month to go and collect allocation from anywhere. They will have to